Hey everyone, welcome back to your favorite place to learn English, the Smart English Podcast. I'm Mia, and I'm so happy to be here with you all today, ready for some fun English learning.
And I'm Alex. Hello, Mia, and hello to all our amazing listeners and viewers out there. It's truly fantastic to connect with you every single time. We love having you with us on this journey to speak better English, more naturally, and with more joy.
Absolutely, Alex. It's always a good time when we're together, right? And today we have a really important topic, something that many of you ask us about, and something that we think about a lot too, because it's a big part of learning any new language. So, drum roll please. Today's topic is how to speak English confidently and fluently.
That's right, Mia. How to speak English confidently and fluently. This is a goal for so many English learners from everywhere in the world. And it's a fantastic goal because when you speak confidently, you feel good, you feel powerful, and you can share your ideas more easily. And when you speak fluently, your English flows like a river, so people understand you without any problems. It's super useful, not just for tests, but for real life, for making friends, for work, for travel, for everything.
It really is, Alex. It opens up so many doors for you. So, why is this topic useful and interesting for our listeners? Well, because many of you sometimes feel a little bit shy or maybe a little bit scared to speak English. Maybe you know the words, but they don't come out easily. You want to speak better, you want to speak more, and you want to feel good when you do it. Today, we're going to talk about how you can start feeling that way, step by step, with simple tips and real stories.
Exactly. So let's dive right into it. Mia, when I started learning a new language, like when I tried to learn Spanish, I had this experience. I could study all the grammar, I could learn all the words from a book. But then, when I went to a real place, like a cafe in Spain, and someone asked me something, my mind went totally blank. I felt my heart beating fast, my mouth felt dry. I knew the words hello and thank you, but I couldn't say more. I was so afraid to make a mistake, to say something wrong. It was tough at first, really tough,
Oh, Alex, I totally understand that feeling. That's such a common experience. I remember my first time trying to speak French in France, I felt exactly the same. I had learned some French at school, and I thought, okay, I know this. But then, when I was in a bakery trying to order a croissant, the baker started speaking so fast, and my brain just stopped. I felt really shy. I felt like a little child who couldn't speak. I worried too much about my pronunciation, about saying the wrong verb tense. It felt like everyone was listening to my mistakes, It was a very strong feeling.
Yes, that feeling of everyone listening to your mistakes, it's very real. It can stop you from even trying. But then, what did you do, Mia? How did you start to feel a little bit better, a little bit more comfortable?
Well, what I started doing was very simple. Instead of trying to say a long, perfect sentence, I just started with one or two words, like bonjour or merci beaucoup. And then maybe I would point to the croissant and say, un croissant, s'il vous plaît. Very basic. And people were actually really nice. They smiled, they understood me, and slowly, by saying these small things, I started to feel a little bit of courage. Each small success, each simple word I said, gave me a little more confidence. It didn't happen overnight, but it started with those small, brave steps. And I realized that people don't expect perfection. They just want to understand you.
That's such a great point, Mia. Starting small and realizing people are usually very kind and patient. It's not about being perfect, it's about trying. And for our English learners, it's exactly the same. It's totally normal to feel a little bit nervous, a little bit shy when you start. But the amazing news is, you absolutely can improve. Everyone can become more confident and more fluent with practice and with a good attitude. So let's help our listeners with some useful vocabulary and phrases today, shall we?
Yes, let's do that. That's a perfect idea, Alex. Understanding these words will really help our listeners think about their English learning journey. Okay, so our first important word today is confident. Alex, can you explain what confident means for our listeners in simple terms?
Of course, Mia. Confident means you feel sure about yourself. You believe in yourself and your abilities. You feel good and strong inside. When you are confident in speaking English, you are not too scared or worried to talk. You feel good about trying to speak, even if you make a small mistake. You trust your own words, and you are not afraid to use them. It's like feeling brave and positive about your ability to communicate.
That's a fantastic explanation, Alex. Feeling sure about yourself. So, if you feel confident, you're brave enough to speak. My example for confident is, when I feel confident, I try to speak English with native speakers. It means I feel good enough to try, and I don't let fear stop me. Our second word, something many people want to achieve, is fluent. Alex, what does it mean to be fluent?
To be fluent, Mia, means you can speak a language easily, smoothly, and naturally. When you are fluent, words come out of your mouth without many long pauses or without too many ums or uhs. You don't have to think for a very long time to find the right words. It's like water flowing smoothly, or like driving a car without stopping every 2 seconds. Your conversation flows, and you can express your thoughts and feelings clearly without a lot of effort. It feels very natural.
Ah, like water flowing easily. I love that image, Alex. It helps to picture it. So, for example, my goal is to be fluent in English in 2 years. It's about speaking easily, like you said. And it's important to remember that being fluent doesn't mean you never ever make mistakes, right?
Exactly, Mia. That's a super important point. Even very fluent speakers, even native speakers, sometimes make small mistakes. Being fluent is not about being perfect. It's about being able to communicate effectively, easily, and naturally, sharing your ideas without big struggles. So don't aim for 0 mistakes, aim for easy communication. Okay, our next super important word is practice. Mia, can you tell us what practice means?
Yes, practice is key. Practice is when you do something many times, over and over again, to get better at it. Think about playing a sport, like football or basketball. You practice kicking the ball or shooting hoops. For English, you practice speaking. You practice listening to English songs or podcasts. You practice reading English books or articles. The more you do it, the better, stronger, and faster you become. It's regular work that makes you improve. My example, I practice speaking English every day for 10 minutes. Small, consistent efforts build up.
That's a perfect explanation, Mia. Consistency is so important. Now, let's talk about a word that sometimes scares people, but it really shouldn't. It's mistakes. Mia, what exactly are mistakes, and why shouldn't we be afraid of them?
Mistakes are errors. They are things that are not perfect, things that are a little bit wrong. When you are learning anything new, especially a language, you will make mistakes. It is totally 100% normal. Everyone makes mistakes. Think of a baby learning to walk. They fall down many times. Falling is a mistake, but it helps them learn balance. For example, don't be afraid to make mistakes when you speak English. Mistakes are actually good. They help you learn, they show you what you need to study more, and how to improve. They are part of the learning process, not a sign of failure.
That's incredibly important to remember, Mia. Mistakes are our teachers. Don't worry about them, learn from them. Okay, last one for today. How about the word courage? What is courage, and why do we need it for speaking English?
Courage is being brave, doing something even when you feel a little bit scared or nervous. It's having the strength to try, even when it feels difficult. To speak English, especially when you are starting, you need a lot of courage. It takes courage to open your mouth and say something in a new language, especially if you think you might make a mistake. My example, it takes courage to speak a new language in front of others. It means you are brave enough to try, even when it feels a little bit scary. That little bit of bravery grows every time you use it.
Excellent, Mia. So, to recap these vital words, confident means feeling sure about yourself, fluent means speaking easily and smoothly, practice means doing something many times to get better, mistakes are errors that help us learn, and courage is being brave to try. These are all so important for speaking English well.
Yes, absolutely. Remember these words and think about them in your own English journey. We hope these words and our chat today help you feel a little more motivated and a little more ready to speak English. Thank you so much for joining us today and listening to the Smart English podcast today.
Yes, thank you for being here with us. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this episode if you found it helpful, and please, please leave a comment below. We love hearing from you. Tell us, what do you think about today's topic? How do you feel about speaking English? Do you have your own stories about feeling confident or making mistakes? We read all your comments.
We really do. Your comments help us make better podcasts for you. So keep practicing, keep learning, and keep being brave. We believe in you. See you next time on the Smart English Podcast.
Bye for now, everyone. Keep speaking English.